ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today I welcome all the online devotees for our Hampi online yatra. So today we will be visiting Hampi Dham. This is a very special, also historical, known as Kishkinda Dham. And in Ramayana, this place is a very famous. So Hampi Dham comes under the northern part of Karnataka in India, and historically it is a very important and beautiful place. So today we will cover few places of the Hampi. First we will speak about the Pampa Sarovar, then we'll speak about the Shabri Gufa, then we will discuss about Anjanayama Hill, the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. Then we will discuss about Sri Mahlevant Raghunath Swami temple. Then we'll discuss about Sugriva cave and few pastimes from Ramayana. And then we'll discuss about the Rushaimukh hill. And then we'll conclude our today's session. Hampi, this is a very nice place. Also, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu visited this place. This is also explained in Chaitanya Charitamrut. Even Madhvacharya, Sri Ramanujacharya, all the great acharyas, they are also visited this place. And basically, from Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see that even Lord Shiva and Parvati, they performed severe austerity here in this place. So Pampa Sarovar, Pampa, near Pampa Sarovar, there is a deity of Parvati Mata, Pampa Devi. The story goes like this. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we have heard the story about how Prajapati Daksha, he was so much envious about Lord Shiva, and once he performed a big yajna ceremony, but purposefully he did not invited Lord Shiva, and Sati become a very, like, she was thinking, why my father has not invited to my husband, and she was thinking so much. And when she heard that her father speaking so many abyssal words, about her own husband. Then Sati thought that I will not keep any my relationship with my father, because this body I have received from my father, so I will destroy this body and I will take a new body. So Sati created a huge fire and she entered in that, and again she got a new body, and she started performing severe austerity to get Lord Shiva again as her own husband. So that place is called as Pampa Sarovar, where Sati, in the new form of her own body, she started performing severe austerity to get Lord Shiva at her whole husband. So Sati, like she was performing austerity near Pampa Sarovar. Even Lord Shiva also appeared there, and he also started performing severe austerity to get Parvati Mata. So both they did very severe austerity there. And what had happened once, when Lord Shiva was fully busy performing austerity, few demons they started attacking on the demigods. So demigods headed by Indra and all, they were requesting Lord Shiva that you should do something and you should protect her. But Lord Shiva was in great meditation, great tapasya. He was doing severe austerity and doing meditation also. And demigods, they were requesting Lord Shiva, but Lord Shiva was in deep meditation. So the demigods, they thought that we will send Kamudev, and Kamudev will somehow that he will destroy, he will deviate the mind of Lord Shiva, and then Lord Shiva will look up from his meditation and he will save us from the demons. And then Kamudev came in front of Lord Shiva here in the same place near Pampa Sarovar, and he was using all his techniques to disturb Lord Shiva from his meditation. But Lord Shiva was in deep meditation. And what Kamdev did, he took one arrow of his own power and he shooted that arrow towards Lord Shiva. And when Lord Shiva opened his eyes, his third eyes especially, and he saw the Kamadev, and Kamadev was totally burned on the spot to that place. Why? Because Lord Shiva opened his third eyes. So this place is also very nearby to the Pampa Sarovar. So this Pampa Sarovar nearby area is especially known for like Lord Shiva and Parvati Mata, they perform severe tapasya, austerity here. And if we enter in the Ramayana pastimes, we will see that when Sita Mata was kidnapped by Ravana, and Lakshman and Ram, both they were searching where we will find our Sita. And on the way to jungle, when they met with the Kabandha, then the Kabandha told to the Ram and Lakshman that you go to near Pampa Sarovar. And in that near that Pampa Sarovar, there is a place called as Kishkinda Kshetra, where Sugriva is also staying. And Sugriva is also going through the same misery what you are going now. And he will help you to search Sita. So after that, Lord Ram started traveling towards Pampa Sarovar. And when Lord Ram and Lakshmana, they were about to reach to the near Pampa Sarovar, and near to Pampa Sarovar, there is a place called as Shabri Gufa. And even Shabri Gufa, when we hear so many pastimes about Shabri, then we can come to know about the glories of Shabri Devi. How much she was having intense love for Krishna in her heart. How much she was having pure devotion for Lord Ram in her heart. This is very nicely explained in these different scriptures that once Shabri, since childhood, she was devoted, like a devotee kind of a girl. And when she came in the age of marriage, her father decided to get her marriage. And he made huge arrangement. And Shabri saw that in my marriage, my father has arranged so wonderfully, and what he has done, then he has decided to kill so many sheep and goats for the dinner of my marriage. And when Shabri saw this, that because of my own marriage, if I am like my father is killing so many animals to feed the people, and because she was having so much compassionate heart, she thought, why unnecessarily we should kill the animals? And she started running from her own house, and she started running, and just so she was passing so many jungles and jungles and jungles, and ultimately she came to this place where Matang Rishi was residing. And she took the shelter of the Matang Rishi, and Matang Rishi accepted Shabri as his own disciple. And Matang Rishi instructed her that you stay here, you serve here only in this ashram, and always chant the name of Lord Ram. And after some time, Ram will come here and he will fulfill all your desire. And in this lifetime only, you will go back home, back to God. So after hearing the instruction of spiritual master, Shabri started doing seva in that ashram only. Now we see the Shabri Gufa. Shabri started staying there only, and she was every day. She used to bring flowers for his guru. She used to bring water for his guru. Like that, she was engaged in different services. And one day, Matang Rishi told to Shabri that the time has come for now me to leave this earthly planet and go for my next journey. And then again, the Matang Rishi told Shabri that you stay here only, and one day Lord Ram will come and you will get the darshan of Lord Ram. And since that day, Shabri every day she was just waiting for Lord Ram, waiting for Lord Ram every day. And it is explained in the scriptures that when she became old, like many years she was waiting and waiting and waiting. And what had happened, like after many years when Lord Ram came there, and Shabri came to know that Lord Ram is going to visit this place, she was very happy. And you know what? Every day she was saying, every day she was waiting for Lord Ram that today Lord Ram will come and he will accept my services. So Shabri, every day she used to go to the forest and she used to bring the berry fruits. And she would taste the berry fruits. If the berry fruits are sweet, then only she would keep in the basket. Otherwise, she would discard those all berry fruits. So every day she was doing the same seva. Early in the morning, she would get up. Early in the morning, she would take his bath. Then she would decorate her small hut thinking that Lord Ram will come today. And till sunset, she used to wait for the Lord Ram. And again, next day, she would get up early in the morning, she would take bath, and again she started waiting for the Lord Ram. And she would go to the forest, she would bring some berry fruits. This was going on years and years and years. But she never thought that when Lord will come, but every day she was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And her desire once fulfilled, that Lord Ram and Lakshman both they reached near to the Pampa Sarovar. Actually, near to the Pampa Sarovar, many even sages also they would stay there regularly, and they would use that water for their snan and for their performing different ritual activities. So once what had happened, Shabri, she was going to take a water from Pampa Sarovar, and suddenly one sage saw that Shabri, being a very low caste lady, she is going and touching that water. What he did, he took one small stone and threw it away towards Shabri, and that stone hit to the legs of Shabri Devi, and blood started coming from the Shabri's leg. And one drop of that blood mixed with the water of Pampa Sarovar. And when that one drop of water mixed with the whole water, that whole water's color is transferred in the red blood color. And all the sages, they were thinking, what had happened? What we have committed wrong? That why the water has turned red? Everybody, they were thinking like that. And immediately they started performing some yajnas to purify that water. They started uttering few mantras to clean that water. So there were many sages, they were performing different activity, but the water was totally red color only. They were thinking to change the color of that water, but the water color was the same, red only. So when the sages, they heard that Lord Ram is coming to our area, so they thought, we'll request to Lord Ram, if the Lord Ram puts his legs in this water's contamination will go away and the water will become pure. But then Lord Ram arrived in a few days, and then all the sages, they requested Lord Ram that, Lord Ram, you please put your legs in this water, and this water will become purified, and the water will regain his original color again. And Lord Ram, he accepted the proposal of all these sages, and he put his both legs in that water, but the water color never changed. The red color was there only. Then few sages, they requested Lord Ram, Lord Ram, you do one thing, you just do your achman in this water. Because of your achman, this water will get purified. And then Lord Ram did what? Achman also. And when Lord Ram performed his achman, but still the red color of water was there same. And even all the sages, they were surprised that why this water is not getting purified. Even Lord Ram personally doing all this activity. And then Lord Ram asked one of that sages that why the color of this water has turned red. And then one sage explained this story that what had happened when Shabri, she was coming to this place to fetch some water. One of the sages, he threw one stone towards the Shabri, and that stone hit to the leg of the Shabri, and a drop of that blood of a Shabri's body mixed with this water, and because of that, this water color is totally red. And then when Lord Ram heard, Lord Ram said, yes, if this would have happened, then we all of you have committed a great offense, because Shabri is a very pure and great devotee. Please call her and tell her that Lord Ram is calling her. So few sages, they gave that information to the Shabri that Lord Ram has already arrived near to Pampa Sarovar, and he is calling you. And when Shabri heard that Lord Ram is calling me, then Shabri, she became very happy, with enthusiastically, with love in her heart. She started running towards Lord Ram. And when she was running towards this Pampa Sarovar, dust from his lotus feet arose, and through the wind, a small portion of that dust from his feet mixed with the water. And when the dust from the lotus feet from the Shabri mixed with the water contaminations goes away, and water becomes purified. And even Lord Ram was there, and all the assembled many sages were there. And when they saw, then only all the sages, they came to know the glories of Shabri, how much Shabri is having intense love for Krishna, intense devotion for Lord Ram. And then all these sages, they thought that Shabri is not ordinary lady, she is really pure, devoted towards Lord Ram. And even Lord Ram personally showed all the sages that how much Shabri is having intense devotion for Lord Ram. And then Shabri invited Lord Ram to his small hut, and even Lord Ram accepted his invitation, and Lord Ram entered in the small hut, that small gufa, Shabri gufa. And when Lord Ram saw that the whole gufa is decorated very beautifully for Lord Ram, it was decorated with flowers, with leaves, and some rangoli. And by seeing this intense devotion of Shabri Mata, Lord Ram was so happy. And then Shabri Mata gave him a seat for asan, and Lord Ram sat there. And then Shabri Mata offered those all berry fruits. And Lord Shabri Mata said that all those berry fruits are very sweet and I have already tasted. And even Lord Ram was eating all those berry fruits which already Shabri was tasted. But even Lord Ram accepted everything because she was offering with love and devotion. As we see in Bhagavad Gita, so Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Pranashati. If anyone is offering to the Lord with love and devotion, Lord accept anything. So like that, even Lord Ram was accepting that all tested berry fruits. He was accepting because the Shabri was offering to the Lord with love and devotion. And Shabri Mata served Lord Ram with wholeheartedly. And then Shabri Mata said that even my Guru Maharaj once told me that here Lord Ram will come and you will achieve everything in your life. So she was thinking that I have achieved everything in my life. And suddenly, with her own power, she created a fire and she entered in that fire. And again, from that fire, she got a new body, celestial body. And she offered her obeisances to the Lord Ram and she went back home, back to Godhead. So, Prabhu Shri Ramachandra Ji ki jai. So, this is the intense love and devotion of Shabri Mata. So, after that, we can see nearby these different places. In Hampi, there is one place called as Anjanayama Hill or Anjanayama Parvat. So this is the birthplace of Lord Hanumanji. And we know that how Hanumanji was having so much pure love for Lord Ram. We have heard many pastimes about Hanumanji, that how Hanumanji was the main part in Ramayana to search the Sita. And even we have seen his service attitude, his love for Lord Ram, his service attitude, his dedication, all these great qualities we can see in Hanumanji. So this Anjanaya hill or Anjanaya Parvat, it is said that this is the birthplace of Lord Hanumanji. So today we will discuss three different pastimes of Hanumanji's birth. One is from Ananda Ramayana, another is from Shiv Puran, and the third one is from Valmiki Ramayana. So these are the different pastimes are there. First, we'll discuss from Ananda Ramayana what Ananda Ramayana explains about Hanumanji's birth. It is said that in Ayodhya, when Dashrath Maharaj was ruling the kingdom, Ayodhya Nagari was having all opulences. Even Dashrath Maharaj was having each and every opulence. But in his heart, there was no satisfaction, there was no happiness because he was not having a son. So he consulted with the Vashishta Muni, and then Vashishta Muni told him that you performed one big yagya, one sacrifice, with the help of the Rushya Shringa. And when you will perform a sacrifice, big yagya, then definitely you will get sons. And then with the help of the Rushya Shringa, King Dashrath Maharaj, he performed a big, huge sacrifice, yagya ceremony. And from that yagya ceremony, one divine personality appeared with a golden pot in his hand. And that golden pot was filled with sweet rice, paisam. And that divine personality informed Dashrath Maharaj, you offer this paisam to three of your queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. And when this distribution was going on, and when the Sumitra was receiving that paisam in her hand, suddenly, by the arrangements of Lord, Vayudeva appeared in a form of a bird and it took a small portion of that paisam and he flew it away in the air. And at the same time, Anjana, she was praying to Lord Shiva that give me such type of son that my son will be very powerful. And Lord Shiva said, you just pray to me, and at the same time Anjanayama was praying, and the Vayudev in the form of bird, whatever portion he has taken from that paisam, he puts in the hand of Anjana. And Anjana took that small portion of paisam, and we see Lord Hanumanji appeared because of that small portion of paisam. So this one story goes in the Ananda Ramayana. There is one more story. It is there how Lord Hanumanji appeared. This comes in the Shiva Puran, and we have heard many times about the pastimes of Samudra Manthan Leela and how that Amrut Kalash came out, and how what about the Mohini Murti. Lord Vishnu took the form of Mohini Murti. So even when Lord Shiva heard about Mohini Murti, he requested Lord Vishnu that I just wanted to see your Mohini Roop. And because Lord Shiva wanted to glorify Vishnu, so he was just wanted to see the form of Mohini Roop. And again Lord Vishnu took that Mohini form, and when Lord Shiva saw that Mohini form, Mohini Roop, he started running behind that Mohini Roop, because the Mohini Roop was so beautiful. And when Lord Shiva was chasing and chasing and chasing, and one time Lord Vishnu, that Mohini Roop, allowed Lord Shiva to touch, and Lord Shiva touched the Mohini Murti, and suddenly a drop of his power fell down from his body, Lord Shiva's body. And then Lord Shiva told to the Saptarshi that you all store this one, the part, like the potency which has fallen down from my body, you just protect it and give it to the Vayudev. And Vayudev, what he did? He took that portion of, like the power of that Lord Shiva's portion, and he gave it to the Anjana. And we see because of Vayu and because of Lord Shiva potency, that power potency, Hanumanji appeared to the Anjana. This story goes in the Shiva Puran. And there is one more interesting story we can see in Ramayana, that how Hanumanji appeared. This is also very nicely explained by Valmiki Maharshi. There is one celestial girl, her name was Punjakistala or Punjastala. And she was staying in the Brahaspati's ashram, and Brahaspati was taking care of her very nicely, like her own daughter. And once the Punjika Stala, she was roaming here and there, and she saw few Gandharvas, and she attracted towards the Gandharvas. And when she attracted towards Gandharvas, when Brahaspati came to know that my daughter as Punjakasthala, she got attracted towards Gandharvas, immediately Brahaspati cursed her that because you attracted towards the Gandharvas, you will be born, your next life, or you will be born as a monkey. And when Punjakisthala came to know that I have got such type of curse, he's immediately taken the shelter of the lotus feet of Brahaspati, and he started asking some forgiveness. Then Brahaspati said, see, this is not curse to you, this is a boon. Because in future, a great devotee is taking birth from your womb. And the same Punjakasthala appeared in a monkey family, and her name was Anjana. And since childhood, Anjana was very devoted to Lord Shiva. And she was regularly praying to Lord Shiva that I should get a good husband, and then definitely I will get a good son who will serve in the Lord's mission. So what had happened, like once Anjana, she was roaming here and there, and there was one demon. His name was Sambhasadhana. And when Sambhasadhana saw this Anjana, then Sambhasadhana thought that I will get married with Anjana. But Anjana was knowing that Sambhasadhana is a very great demon. So Anjana started running from one place to another place for her own protection, and she requested many sages to please protect me. But even all the sages, they were knowing that Sambha Sadhana is a very dangerous demon. And ultimately, she was praying to Lord Shiva, please protect me, please protect me. So few of the sages, they told that there is only one person who will protect. His name is a Kesari, and he's an incarnation of Vayu. So if you pray to him, he will protect you. Then Anjana went near to the Kesari, and she told Kesari that Sambha Sadhana is chasing behind me, and you just protect me from the Sambha Sadhana demon. And then Kesari started fighting with Sambha Sadhana demon. And the fight was going on for so many days. But Sambha Sadhana was so much powerful. And by seeing his potency, by seeing his power, Anjana started praying again to the Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva told to Anjana that it is very difficult to kill Sambha Sadhana because Sambha Sadhana is having great power. Only with the help of his own blood we can kill him. This is what Lord Shiva told to the Anjana. Then Anjana saw when Kesari and Sambha Sadhana, both of them were fighting, few drops of blood was there on the earth somewhere. She took she took one arrow, and she used his own blood, Sambha Sadhana's blood, and that arrow she gave to the Kesari, and Kesari used that arrow, which was filled with the blood of the Sambha Sadhana demon, and he shoot that arrow to Sambha Sadhana, and Sambha Sadhana immediately left his body because of that arrow. And then Kesari and Anjana, both they got married, and we see in the Ramayana, and because of both of them, Lord Hanumanji appeared on this earthly planet. So it is said that Hanumanji is the incarnation of Vayudev and Lord Shiva both. So he's a very powerful, and we can see the different pastimes of Hanumanji. So this Anjanaya hill in this Hampi Dham is a very, very famous. It's very high. Almost it's having 500 to 600 steps to reach top of that hill. And even if when we'll go on the top of that hill, we can see whole area of Hampi also. So these are the different pastimes of Hanumanji. Even in Ramayana also, we see how Hanumanji, with simplicity and with service attitude, he is always ready to serve Lord Ram. So next we will go to the next place that is called as Sri Mahlevant Raghunatha Swami Temple. So this Mahlevant Raghunatha Swami Temple means where Lord Ram stayed for 4 months in a rainy season. So we'll discuss few pastimes from Ramayana about this Hampi. Like because of that Kabandha, Lord Ram came to know that in Kishkinda Kshetra, Sugriva will help him to find Sita Mata. So now Lord Ram was in search of Sugriva, and when after meeting Shabari, Lord Ram again entered in the Kishkinda Kshetra, and he was near about the Rushaimukh Parvat, and Sugriva was staying on the top of the Rushaimukh hill, Rushaimukh Parvat. And when Hanumanji and all other associates of Sugriva, they were staying together only. When Hanumanji saw that two great people, they are wandering in the jungle, so Hanumanji came near to the Lord Ram, and Hanumanji gave his own information that who he is, and Lord Ram also gave his informations. And then because of Hanumanji, Sugriva and Lord Ram, they become a very great friend. And Lord Ram ensured Sugriva that he will definitely help to get his own kingdom. So now this story is very nicely explained in the Ramayana. Vali and Sugriva, both they were brothers and staying together. And what had happened once, because this everything happened in this area only, so I am just giving this information. Vali and Sugriva, they are staying together. And once the one Mayavi demon entered in the Kishinda Kshetra, and he was challenging Vali to fight with me. And when Vali and Sugriva, they both started chasing to that demon, the demon was running from one jungle to another jungle. So finally the demon entered in one cave. So Vali entered in that cave, and before entering to that cave, he told Sugriva, you stand in front of the cave, I will enter in the cave and I will kill that demon, I'll be back again. And Vali entered in that cave and he started following that demon, Mayavi demon. And outside Sugriva was waiting for many days. And then Sugriva thought that from the cave inside there is so much noise is also coming, even blood is also coming. And he thought that Vali might be, that demon might have killed Vali. And thinking like that, Sugriva, what he did, he put a big stone in front of that cave, and he came back to the Kishkinda Kshetra. And he informed all the soldiers, all the ministers what had happened. Then minister told them, now you become a king and you started ruling Kishkinda Kshetra. And then Sugriva, his own wife and even Vali's wife, they all started ruling the whole area. But after a few months, Vali came back. And when Vali saw that my own brother has cheated me, he was thinking like that Sugriva had cheated me. So what Vali did, Vali captured all the ministers and put them in the jail, and even he started fighting with the Sugriva. And Sugriva was knowing that Vali is having so much powerful, so it is very difficult to fight with the Vali. So Vali banished him, Sugriva, from that kingdom. So when the Sugriva was banished, Sugriva took shelter of Matang Rishi's ashram, and that is called as Rushaimukha Parvat, or Rushaimukha Hill. And when Sugriva was banished, he was staying in this area only. So all these pastimes, Sugriva is telling to Lord Ram that once I was staying with my brother, but because of that Mayavi demon, all these things started happening, and my brother has banished me from my own kingdom. Now I am staying here alone with my few associates. I am staying in the Rushaimukh Parvat. And then Lord Ram asked them, why you are staying in the Rushaimukh Parvat? Even Vali can come here also. And then again, Sugriva started narrating a different story, how Vali cannot enter in this Rushaimukh Parvat. So even Rushaimukh Parvat is also very nice in this Hampi area. We can visit to that place and we can see the pictures also. And the Sugriva started pastimes about why Vali cannot enter in this Rushaimukh hill or Rushaimukh Parvat area. So he explained that there was one demon, his name was Dundhubi. And that Dundhubi demon, he came in the form of buffalo. And he was so much powerful. And he was thinking that I will fight with something, I will fight with something. Then he went to the Sagara Devata. And then he started challenging him that now you should fight with me. And the Sagar Devata said, see, I am not a capable person to fight with you. Better you go to the Himavan, to the great personality. Himavan, like it is said that the Himavan was the very great and powerful. So the Sagar Devata told to that Dundhubi, you go to the Himavan and fight with him. And with very happily, Dundhubi reached the Himalaya and he started challenging Himavan. And it is said that Himavan is the father-in-law of Lord Shiva. And he started challenging to the Himavan. Then Himavan saw that Dundhubi is a very powerful demon and it's very difficult to fight with him. So Himavan was knowing the power of Vali. So Himavan told to Dundhubi that you go to the Kishkinda Kshetra. There is one person, his name is Vali. And he is capable to fight with you. And then Dundhubi became very happy and he reached to the Kishkinda Kshetra and started challenging Vali that Vali, come out, I just wanted to fight with you. And Vali came out. He saw that Dumdubi in the form of a buffalo, and Vali became very angry. He, Vali both started fighting very heavily, and at the end, Vali caught up his neck and he threw it a long distance to that demon. And when he was throwing that demon, in air only, that the demon left his body. And when that body was going through the air, few drops of the blood from that demon's body fell down in the area of Matang Rishi, where Matang Rishi was performing his yajna ceremony, or performing some sadhana. And when Matang Rishi saw the blood drops are scattered here and there, and immediately Matang Rishi came to know this is because of this Vali. Vali might have killed some demon. And immediately Matang Rishi cursed the Vali, that if Vali or any Vali's associates, they entered in this area, they will be died immediately. And Vali was knowing this curse, that Matang Rishi has cursed me, so I cannot enter in that area. If I enter in that area, then definitely I will be killed. So Sugriva was knowing this curse, so Sugriva was staying very peacefully here on this Rishyamukh hill, that Vali will never enter and I will be always protected here. Like that, both these pastimes, Sugriva narrated to the Lord Ram, and then Lord Ram told Sugriva that I will help you, and you just you will get your own kingdom again back, and you help me to get Sita back. So like that, the both of they have developed good friendship, Lord Ram and Sugriva. And we know in Ramayana that Sugriva and Vali started again fighting. There was a big war. Then Lord Ram came in between, and Lord Ram killed the Vali, and Lord Ram coronated Sugriva as the king of Kishkinda Nagari. And then Sugriva became the king of Kishkinda Kshetra. And after that, the rainy season started, and because of that rainy season, Lord Ram stayed 4 months here in one place, and that place is called as Sri Mahlevant Raghunatha Swami Temple. So like that, there are so many nice pastimes that happened here. And one more place we'll visit. This is called as the Yantrot Bharak Anjanayama Mandir. There's a Hanuman temple, and it is said that from this place only, this is the first place where Lord Ram and Hanumanji they met first. Hanumanji took Lord Ram's first time darshan in this place. So Yantrodharak Anjanaya temple, the story goes like this. There was one great devotee, his name was Vyasaraj Teerth. He used to come here on the bank of this Tungabhadra river, and he used to do meditation every day. And when he was doing meditation every day, once while meditating, he saw the form of Hanumanji in his meditation. And after a few days, again, Srila Madhvacharya came in his dream, and he told Vyasatirtha that you should construct a small temple of Hanumanji here. And the next day, again, when Vyasatirtha he was doing meditation there, a form of Hanumanji appeared in his mind. And the same form, the same image, he just wanted to carve on one stone. And when he was carving that form on a stone, immediately one monkey appeared from that stone and started jumping. So Vyastirtha was puzzled, what is happening? So again he started meditation, again he saw that form, again that same image he was trying to draw on that one stone, and again that from that stone one form of monkey appeared and started jumping. So this was happened like 12 times. So ultimately Vyastirtha thought that I will bind all these images with some mantras. So if we go now there, we can see there is one yantra, and in the middle of the yantra there is Hanumanji sitting position in Padmasan, and around that Hanumanji's position 12 other monkeys are there. They are just holding each other's tails, and they're all binding in one yantra. So this is a Yantrodharak Anjanayama Swami temple or Yantrot Hanuman temple. So like that, there are very nice places are there in Hampi. Um, we can visit to many places also. There is one more place that is called as Hemakut. Hemakut is a place where Lord Shiva was doing his tapasya, and when he opened his third eyes and he burned the Kamdeva, that place is called as Hemakut. So like that, here in Hampi, there are different many places. Like one is Shabri Cave, Pampa Sarovar, Anjanaya Hill, Mahlevant Raghunath Swami Temple, Kodandar Hari Ram Temple, Sugriva Cave, Yantrot Hanuman Temple, Rushaimukh Parvat, and Matanga Hill. So here in Hampi Dham, we can pray to the Lord, and at the feet of Lord Ram's lotus feet, that we can develop the intense love like what Shabdi was having in her heart, what Hanuman was having in her heart. Basically, this part is totally dedicated to Hanuman's pastimes, and from here only the actual search started to find out Sita. So here we can pray to Hanumanji's lotus feet also, that we will also get that test to serve in Lord Ram's mission, and we can fulfill our desires, whatever desire we have in the heart, and the actual desire is to get the love of Godhead. So here in this Hampi Dham, we can pray to Hanumanji that Hanumanji should offer their blessings to us, and we'll able to serve in the service of Srila Prabhupada and Guru. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.